Welcome to the Happy Black Woman Podcast, where we're on a mission to empower women to transform their lives through personal development and entrepreneurship. We bring you all the information, inspiration, and motivation you need to create a life of happiness, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the happy Black woman herself, Rosetta Thurman.
Hello to all my happy Black women. This is Rosetta, and welcome back to the Happy Black Woman Podcast. This is such a special episode because today I get to break down and lay out my top tips to help you become a Black woman entrepreneur in 2017. That's right. I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 steps to launch your business in 2017. This is your time. This is your year for you to finally figure out how to get your business off the ground so that you can replace your income, quit your job, and have the freedom to travel and live life on your own terms. That's really what this training is all about today. It's really going to be more like a training, as I often do on the podcast when we have something really cool coming up. So what is it that we have coming up that I am promoting? I am putting out there my invitation to you to join us April 7th through the 9th for the Launch Your Business Live 3-day boot camp, where I'm going to be teaching all about my 5 steps to launch your business. And I'm going to be walking you through each one in depth. You can find out more about the event at launchyourbusinesslive.com. Now, for the women that I work with and I speak to all the time in our events, in our courses, just in our Facebook communication, I really have found that whenever someone is not making the kind of progress they want to make in their business, it's because they are missing at least one of my 5 steps. And the 5-step process that I'm going to share with you today is really based on my own experience. You know, I started my business, my first business in 2008. And it was a nonprofit consulting business. And I was so excited that I was able to quit my job just 2 years after I started that business. And I had clients that gave me the equivalent of a year salary at my last job. So I was very excited about it. But the second year of my business was not so good. The first year I replaced my salary and it was great. The second year I realized that I had to keep marketing. I had to keep putting myself out there. I had to keep building my business so that I didn't have to go back to a job. So I had to develop a process for myself so that I didn't have to go back to work for someone else. I had to develop a process that I could use all the time, every single week and month, and throughout the year so that I can keep clients coming in the door. And that became this program, the Launch Your Business Bootcamp. I teach it at our 3-day live event. And we're doing it in New Orleans this year. But I wanted you to know that I didn't just make up these steps. They came from my own experience. And now in my second business with Happy Black Woman, I use these steps all the time. And when I'm ready to grow or up-level my business, I go right back to these steps. So whether you want to launch your business for the first time or relaunch it because maybe you got off track, you stopped doing your business for a while, you want to come back to it, or you want to grow in 2017, you're going to want to pay attention to these. All right, so you also may want to take out a pen and a piece of paper while I give you these 5 steps. Now, the 5 steps to launch your business, I break them down this way. Step 1 is get focused. You have to get focused on your business. You have to transform your mindset and really organize your life so that you can be successful in your business. Now, for my students, I recommend that you carve out at least 20 hours per week to work on your business. And some people are like, wow, that's a lot of time. That's a whole part-time job. And what I tell people is that, if you want to make your business your full-time job, you have to treat it like a full-time job. You're not going to be able to quit your job from effort of 5 hours a week. It's just not going to happen. I don't know anyone that it happens for. So you've got to put in the time. And so for many of you, getting focused means decluttering. It means really figuring out what your goals are. What are your income goals? How much money do you want to make in your business? What are the strategies that you're going to need to put into place to stay productive, even while you have a full-time job? And for many of you, a family, children, other obligations that you have committed to. How do you get focused, stay focused, and organize your life around your business. That's step one of the process. And for those of you listening, finding those 20 hours a week is huge, and it's really going to help you on the path to being successful. Now, step two is get clarity. Step one was get focused if you're keeping notes. Step two is get clarity. And this is really related to developing your what I do statement and figuring out who your ideal client is. So I teach how to say what you do, how to find your sweet spot in your business so you're not all over the place. But for those listening today, what I can tell you is in order to get clarity, you have to know who your ideal client is. You have to know what kind of person would buy your services. Who are you building your business for? Who are you creating these services for? You know, if you are someone who helps people get organized in their life and in their home, you're probably looking for someone who is, a busy professional, someone who has stuff to organize. You're not looking for someone who's on the verge of being homeless. You're looking for someone who, they're busy. They have a professional career. Maybe they're a CEO. Maybe they're a director. You're looking for a certain type of person that can invest in your services. So most people, when they come to me and say, my business is not working. Can you help me? Can you help me figure out what's going wrong? This is a big piece of it. Like most people who are not making money in their business, they're missing step two, at least step two, because a lot of people think, well, people aren't buying my products. Maybe I have the wrong product. Maybe my product is not good. Maybe my service is not good. And really, the truth is maybe you're just not talking to the right people. So when I say you have to identify your ideal client, it's that person that really can benefit from your services or your product, that person that's most likely to want it. Okay, so you have to know who that person is. Very, very important. Now, step three of the process to launch your business in 2017 is to get paid. You have to get paid. And that means developing products and services that your ideal client will love. And again, you can't do this step if you don't know step number two, who your ideal client is. So for those of you that are not making money, you have to look at, what's the packaging and the pricing that you have for your products and services. Maybe it's the wrong package. Maybe it's the wrong program. Maybe it's the wrong pricing even. Sometimes you can be charging too little. When something is too cheap, you could push away your ideal client, right? Because if something's too cheap, people may wonder if it's valuable or not. So you have to know what your pricing and your packaging is, and it has to be in alignment with your income goal that you want to make in your life. All right. So that's step three. Now, if you're following along, I just talked about the first three steps. Step one is get focused. Step two is get clarity. And step three is get paid. Now, as part of get paid, you also have to set up your business to receive money. So you have to have a payment process in place. You have to have a business bank account, all those different things. Okay. Now, step four is get online. You have to have a website. Websites don't necessarily make you a ton of money when you just put it up and say, oh, I have a website, give me money. But you have to have a website so people will know that you are a legitimate business. Okay. So step four is all about creating or improving your professional website. Now, it doesn't have to be anything expensive. You don't have to hire a web designer, but you do have to have something that looks decent online where people can go and learn more about you, who you are, and what your business is all about. So when I teach about, getting your website up, I say, look, you can make money with a very basic website. I know that I did. When I first started, I built my website myself. I just set up a website on blogger.com, and it was not pretty. It was not like what we have today, but it worked so people knew what I was up to, what I was able to offer, and who I was. So you can't keep telling people your website is under construction. You've got to have a place where people can go and get more information, right? So that is step four, is to get online. You can no longer hide behind your Facebook page or your Instagram. You got to have an actual website, okay? People expect it. And when you say my website is under construction, people wonder whether you are a serious entrepreneur or someone who just has a hobby, right? Okay, so that's step 4. Step 5, the final step is get out there. Get out there. This is the final step of the process because you have to promote your business professionally and consistently. A lot of people, a lot of women, when they get excited about their business, they will, promote themselves nonstop for the first 4 weeks. And then after that, they lose steam and they don't know how to be consistent and continue putting themselves out there. You can't just announce your business one time and expect that you're going to ride on that and make enough money to replace your income. No, you have to be serious about putting yourself out there on a regular basis. And so for those of you who want to make 2017 the year you put yourself out there, you have got to have a marketing plan. You've got to know, where am I going to be on social media? Where are the places where my ideal client is hanging out that I can reach them? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook Live videos? What are the things that you're going to do? And I always tell people, you don't have to do everything, but you have to do some things very well and very consistently, right? So I teach, how to really set up your weekly marketing where you are putting out a newsletter, publishing a blog post or a video, really creating content that speaks to your ideal client, not just random stuff. A lot of people are putting out random stuff, random quotes, random images, and they wonder why nobody is responding to them. I teach you how to create calls to action. But the key is that you have to be consistent. If you have been putting out a monthly newsletter, you got to make it weekly. If you've been doing one video every few weeks, you got to step it up, right? So people will not forget about you. So when they are ready to purchase and invest, you will be top of mind. Okay, so those are the 5 steps that you can use to get started and launch your business in 2017. Step 1, get focused. Step 2, get clarity. Step 3, get paid. Step 4, get online. And step 5, get out there. And so whenever I want to grow my business, I look at the different steps and I look at, Rosetta, what are the things you have to do to get even more focused, right? Because there's always more you could be doing in all of these different areas. And as I have grown in my business, from my first business, working with nonprofits, to my second business with Happy Black Woman, working with women who really want more in their lives, the concepts are the same. And I always tell people, no matter what business you have, these concepts are the same. You got to be focused and organized. You got to have clarity on who it is that you want to serve. You have to get paid or else it's not a business. You have to be online and you have to be marketing. So, no matter what kind of business you want to build, these concepts and these steps are applicable. And if you are not making the kind of money you want to make, you need to ask yourself, which of these steps do I need to work on the most? And really jot down the action steps you want to take and that you commit to taking for this year. And I look forward to hearing from you over on our blog at happyblackwoman.com, where you can find the summary of this episode. But before I go, I want to tell you how you can get more and go deeper into these 5 steps in a live setting. Several times a year, I teach different events, and this one is our signature event, the Launch Your Business Live 3-day boot camp. It's 3 days of training, networking, and support to help you launch, relaunch, or grow your business in 2017. We have so much planned for you. You can go to launchyourbusinesslive.com and find out more about it. But I want to tell you that I'm going to be teaching in-depth workshops on each of the 5 steps that I shared with you today. And I am bringing with me some amazing expert speakers who are going to take it to the next level. We're just going to blow your mind with all the information, and not just information, the opportunity to implement and get feedback from your Launch Your Business sisters. Now, I'm bringing with me to New Orleans Kim Coles. She is an actress, speaker, and entrepreneur. You may know her from the hit TV show Living Single that she starred in with Queen Latifah. And she is now teaching all around the country entrepreneurs how to use storytelling and humor to attract clients to our businesses. And she is so good at it. She has such a big following online with her videos, her stories, just her transparency and authenticity is something that we can all learn from. So Kim Coles is going to be with us in the house. Also, we have coming Shayla Boyd Gill. Shayla Boyd Gill is a business coach for family-centered women entrepreneurs. Shayla has 6 kids that she homeschools and a husband she's been married to for 20 years. And she's going to teach us a few things about how to run your family and run your business at the same time and not go crazy. Because I know a lot of you are always saying, well, Rosetta, you don't have kids. How can I do this? And you kind of take yourself out of the game because you think you can't do it because you have children. And I want to bring you someone who is doing it and really running a 6-figure business. And she's not just running a business, but she's very, very successful. So Shayla Boyd Gill is going to come and talk about how to manage your family while you run your business. And then we have Natasha Ulrich. Natasha is our soulful sales mentor. She's going to come and talk to you about how to feel good selling. You've got to learn how to sell your services. Once you go through the 5 steps, you're going to have to start talking to prospects and potential clients. And Natasha's going to teach you how you can go through the process of selling your products and services without feeling sleazy, without really being nervous about offering what you have to your ideal client. All right. So you're going to learn something about sales at our event. A lot of events do not teach you the sales part. They only teach you about marketing and branding. And I want to give you the whole package. Now, we also have someone from Infusionsoft, the email marketing service that we use, who's going to be talking about online marketing, really teaching you how to leverage email to automate your marketing so that you don't have to be on the computer all the time, which is not what we want to do in our businesses. We want to enjoy our freedom and really be the entrepreneurs that we envision, right? So you don't want to be tied to your computer. So we're going to tell you all about how to automate your marketing using email. So we have not only I'm going to be speaking throughout the weekend, but also some incredible speakers. We also have a really amazing reception planned for you on Friday night because the event is April 7th through the 9th. So it's Friday through Sunday. We're going to be in the French Quarter. Very exciting. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities. And we're going to have a reception on Friday night that is going to help you get to know everyone, network. We're going to have a dance party, an 80s dance party. We always have an 80s dance party at our Launch Your Business 3-day boot camps. And it is so much fun to hang out with you, dance with you, take pictures together. We take a lot of selfies and we have our drinks. We have our Soul Train line. It's a lot of fun. So that is all included with your general admission ticket. So like I said, you can find out more about the event and get yourself registered at launchyourbusinesslive.com. When you go to that website, you will see right now we have an early bird promotion where you can save $200 off of your ticket and you can bring a friend at a discounted price as well. The last thing I want to share with you about the event is that it is so special to be in a room full of like-minded women who are supportive, who are high vibration, who are all working towards building a lifestyle that most people only dream about. There's nobody in that room that's going to tell you that you are dreaming too big because all we're doing is inspiring each other to dream bigger. I hope to see you in New Orleans, April 7th through the 9th, where I will be teaching you my 5 steps to launch your business this year, not next year, but this year, and really help you make it happen. Go to launchyourbusinesslive.com and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you for joining us on the Happy Black Woman podcast. If you want all the show's notes from today's episode, go to happyblackwomanpodcast.com. Plus, we'll send you a copy of Rosetta's free life mapping workbook. We look forward to empowering you next time. And until then, do something this week that makes you happy.